rivalry that started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So USC's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the playoff in recent years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC, all of that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. You've seen Notre Dame.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The Trojans will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Notre Dame's offense has its first opportunity of the day, and they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to die.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Irish! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's got an open man. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got him.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Grab behind the line. It's Matthews. And That had all the makings of bug-meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. Gets it past the marker. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you can tell maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe just not starting the way they wanted to. Didn't script the plays, but now putting the good drives together. A good response from the last drive.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Got a man. It's Matthews. Bounced off his feet. The Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, explosive. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The sure hands, it's Kane. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. 1st and 10 coming up. Back to pass, it's Durham. The sure hands, it's Gilbert. At the 45 on its way. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon. He's putting this defense on alert early.
So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Luke Rodnier, Parsegian, John Robinson.
There he goes. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action option, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and then just spread me out and make you defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Handoff from the gun. To move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that and not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Ohio. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Using his legs, it's Washington.
Hey.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Fowler. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Get the fuck on. Body touch that weak bitch.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. Roughing the passer penalty. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nice move to pick up. Continues to fight for yards. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, like motherfucking OJ running the fucking ball.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll send the back in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown USC.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. A long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, power in the box, but play action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Dropping back, it's Durham. Caught close to the marker, it's Gilbert. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
After that last loss, it's second and 12. Under fire.
Throw the fucking ball.
To pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. Touchdown, finding Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And, guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's got it down. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. On the ground, it's Washington. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. 2nd and 1, and they're going to make him line up to defend the pass. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Trying to impose their will with the run. Turning it on! Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and...
It's a seam wide open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Looking to pass inside the red zone.
Oh my God, how y'all pick each other?
Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking to pass. It's Durham. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Kane.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just going to catch.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. 6th play of the drive coming up. Wants to throw it. Steps away. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Irish! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
He does a really nice job getting the snaps, getting the ball to his wide receivers in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Well, they're trying to go toss on this play, but defense just wins at the point of attack. They're able to defeat the blocks and get the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Lawson. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. To go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Scanning the field, it's Durham. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. So now it's second and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out and a half. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. With the catch, it's Kane. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll immediately call timeout.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. He'll get rid of it.
Who are you throwing the fucking ball to?
And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Yeah, and this defense has had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. start the third quarter with the run. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockby's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about. But I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Bill played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game. You've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back.
Turns on the Jets. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll move the wide receivers. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Here's the handoff. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Durham. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let him throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a fourth down. Decision time for this offense.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Scores on the sneak. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jewel Shillelagh.
The Irish doing
Look at this dumb motherfucker here.
We look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Paul.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Joe Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll start this drive going to the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Caught behind the line. It's Lawson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down.
Fuck out of here.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple.
Man, this shit was big.
He'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojans. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. The guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Durham. Under fire. Grab near the marker, it's Kane. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yards. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Finds a little space. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Defense uses the timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. Powers through the defender.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. 1 more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Notre Dame comes to the line, trying to convert on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Gilbert. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking downfield, it's Durham. Snagged out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of Gaelic.
Oh. Oh.